let's continue the discussion about death. Nathaniel's making the point, and some good points, and we don't need to worry about being redundant, talking about the same thing we talked about before. I think the topic has been raised, so feel free if you'd like to raise the same issues, if you'd like. I think some people had some great points in class, and being a sociologist by trade, I think the value of learning is the discussion as much as the content. In fact, I would argue that truth is a river, and that it's never the same twice. When you step into it, it'll be different. So we learn as we go, and truth moves. If you doubt that, do you doubt that what you believed was true when you were 4 is any different than what you believe when you are now, what, 18, 19? Matthew, yes.
So you would disagree that there's absolute truth?
Yeah, I would disagree that there's absolute truth, and I would say because of that, the issue of death and what death is, we come to different understandings of it. And when we're stuck, like I said to Nathaniel the other day, if we're stuck in a truth about what death means and what life means, that's why I called it medieval. I think there's a time to take off the feudal guard and move on to the present.
So would you say if there's no absolute truth, there's no really absolute right or wrong? You can kind of just do whatever you want.
No, I think we have means of understanding which is best. So to do whatever I want certainly has limits.
So you would say that there's a best decision, but there's no right and wrong?
I'd say, yeah, right. I think that would be accurate, right. So do you have an opinion about the euthanasia issue?
I would disagree with euthanasia. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's best.
Okay, you have a minute, tell me why.
Basically just because kind of what Nathaniel was saying, life is to be valued. And even you don't know how much time people have left. They could wake up from their coma or whatever they're going through, and then you would have committed murder. Basically, euthanasia is murder. Would you say you condone murder?
No, and I would disagree that euthanasia is murder.
Okay, why?
Why? Because death is a natural part of life, and it's allowing a person to die. It's giving a person freedom. I believe in freedom.
But you're not allowing someone to die. You're basically forcing them to die.
No, I'm not. I would not force a person to die. What I would allow for is for that person, if they are able to express their views, either in their state of pain or whatever their condition is, or in a living will sort of situation ahead of time, or if the family by proxy has decided, has been told this is the wishes of the patient, then we're not forcing anything on anybody. We're allowing what the patient has already dictated, and that's freedom, and that's not murder.
So would you say your daughter was in a horrible car accident, or your son, and they were in lots of pain, and they were going into a comatose state, and they had just a couple minutes to talk to you, and they said they wanted to be killed. Would you respect their wishes, or would you want them, you wouldn't want to do everything in your power to save them, wouldn't you?
I would, and I would, if the doctor said that they're going to be living, they've suffered damage such that for instance, there will be no brain activity. So maybe the last thing they said to me was really the last thing they said to me.
Mm-hmm. So you're assuming that the doctor has truth about this, absolute truth about this situation?
No, I wouldn't call it absolute truth. I would say we have to bring the best knowledge to the table in situations like that, and I'm not the expert, the doctor is.
Okay.
And if the doctor says there won't be brain activity because that part of the brain is gone or dead, then in a way I've lost my son already. So to keep them alive artificially is not to sustain life, it's to prevent the natural death.
But wouldn't you
that I
want to
think they
hope
deserve.
that maybe by some miraculous feat that they would wake up again?
I don't believe in miracles.
Okay.
Somebody else? Did you have something to
Yeah.
say?
Yeah.
Was it Jack?
James.
James?
Um,
Oh, yeah, do the.
yeah.
Never mind.
I feel discriminated against.
Please,
I'm not
please,
sure.
point taken.
No, I protest the argument that it's murder in and of itself. Murder implies there's some malicious action, and euthanasia is the exact opposite. It's either putting someone out of their pain or it's putting other people out of their pain. So
It's merciful, isn't it?
right, it's the intent, and the intent's all that matters.
But would you say that, like, for instance, mercy killings, that's quantified as murder?
No. Mercy.
Okay, so if I go into a park and there's like an old guy just sitting around and he seems to be doing fine, but he's just really old and he's taking up that bench that I want to sit on, then I should just kill him.
I would say
because
that's a
fine.
conflict of interest and a malicious intent as a result. So
Okay.
you're not that would constitute murder if you walked into a park. Now, if you walk into a hospital and someone volitionally says, in their will, kill me, then there's nothing to say that that's wrong.
But it's okay if I walk into a hospital and the old guy is on a bed and he's taking up space and I just want to kill him because he's taking up
That's
space.
not really merciful, you kind of just want the bed for yourself, so the
Well, I mean, there's other patients that need it more than that guy.
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
Well, you're arguing utilitarianism, like you're saying that his life doesn't matter in that case.
Well, I'm arguing from your view.
Okay, but then from that side, it's a difference of intent. You're not killing for mercy, you're killing for use. So then that wouldn't be considered euthanasia, that would be considered murder, because you're killing him to get the bed, not killing him to put him out of mercy.
Okay.
How much time do we have?
1 minute and 30 seconds.
Michelle?
I think that mercy killing is also a good reason to give closure, because if I was a mom and I had kids and I was not able to, if they would have to visit me at the hospital every day, and it would take a really big toll on them, and I would want to be able to kill myself so I could give them that closure that they need. Why can't I do that?
So they could move on with their life.
Yeah, like I don't want them to be attached to me and my husband to
So
get married again.
you think they find more closure in your death
Yes, I think that brings lots of
and
closure.
being haunted by you killing yourself?
Haunted?
Basically, would you like it if your mom killed herself?
It's like a sacrifice killing in the same way that your Jesus sacrificed for us.
So basically, you would be assisting them financially or whatever in the long run. They wouldn't have to pay for all your medical bills. I see where you would get that, but do you think that would be right?
I think it would be right. I think it would give them closure. I think it would let my husband be able to marry someone else that can take care of them instead of me having them taking care of me when it's the mom's job to take care of the kids.
It sounds like, Matthew, you're arguing not just from these arguments that they're employing about the utility of the situation, what will help them most for the longest run, for the longest time. Is that it? That was a good job. What do you think, Matthew?